different approaches. What works?
It's whatever's comfortable for you.
So, on the back station to the right of your picture, the Australians trying to get away cleanly at such a high rate at the start of every race, isn't it? And this one noticeably. Just watching the Australians who are heading out quite central, making their race a little bit more tricky potentially. They're on the wrong course there, Sydney Rowing Club.
The Sydney Rowing Club were extremely quick compared to the other boats in this event to bet the barrier yesterday.
The umpire has to give them a hint. And back they go. But yes, they've got quickly out here, the Australians, despite some dodgy steering. They've taken an early lead, marginal early lead.
A high rating crew taking the lead from Sydney Rowing Club over Lee. Just continue to move, tap, tap, tap.
This Lee boat, good to be here on a Saturday for them. Third in the Open Coxless Fours at the Metropolitan Regatta. Second in the Challenge Coxless Fours at Wallingford Regatta. Got 4 crews, haven't they, in this regatta, Lee?
And the two-man of the Sydney Rowing Club crew is Oscar Carl Middleton. He's moved over from the UK. He rode at Eton College. He's studying at the University of Sydney. So one of our own has come back. Sure of the experiences of racing at Eton at the regatta.
It's very nice to bring a boat back to Henley. This is the Wyfold Challenge Cup, and Lee with work to do early here against the Australians. You're not travelling all the way from Sydney to go out on Saturday, are you?
No, exactly.
This will mean an awful lot to them. They'll be desperate. I'm sure lots of supporters are back home in Sydney, up in the wee small hours.
Yeah.
What is it?
Trying to
No,
work
probably
out.
not. Late evening, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's late evening, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be about 8, 9 o'clock at night, depending on where you are.
They'll be in the bar. Having a tinny.
No stereotypes here. Yes, we're ready to go for the Australians to celebrate. If not in the Cricket World Cup, then here at Henley Royal Regatta with Sydney Rowing Club, perhaps. The umpire again is showing them the flag to get back over to their side.
Be perfect time for them watching in
Sydney. And again, he's going to get across the umpire in a minute, because that's too far over in the direction of the Lee boat, and they're making a mess of the water for Lee. So have you got the exact time in Sydney now?
Yeah, the time in Sydney right now is 7:53 in the evening. Perfect time.
You'd be just getting ready to go out.
Put the dancing shoes on.
Yeah. That's what Mark Hunter will be doing at 7:53 UK time tonight. And again, the Australians are issued with a flag from the umpire. They are certainly pushing the umpire's patience here.
Yeah, and that's something you don't want to do when it's this close. You don't want to be impeding your other crew, because if the appeal comes in, you're making the umpire's job very difficult if you are that close to them and clearly impeding them.
Well, if they behave themselves the rest of the race, there'll be no problems, but if they go back again and give Lee more puddles to contend with, then they might have a word with the umpire later on. But Lee, we're talking about the steering because that's the most notable part of this race with the umpire, but we ought to say that this is incredibly close.
Yeah, probably closer than we were expecting. You know, as you were mentioning, if they're coming all the way from Sydney, they must have some belief they're going to win this event with the speed they have and what they've done in the domestic events.
A push now from the Australians to get themselves a length up.
They seem to be drifting back to the middle again.
Well, every time they get themselves ahead, that's where they go, isn't it?
Yeah.
When they're back level, the umpire again is not impressed.
And it's Boris. Is it Boris who's umpiring? Boris Franco? Yep.
He's always involved in the difficult ones.
Yep. You can see the umpire's launch is dead central in the river.
Boris, from history, is not shy of making big decisions either. No. So if I was the Australians, well, I don't know if Sydney Rowing Club will be aware of that, but if you're going to have an umpire to rile, then I'll suggest Boris might not be the man.
Being warned again.
He's sending them back onto that back station. So Lee, they just need to hang into this race, don't they? If they can make it marginal, and you never know. But they've got more power on the boat, Sydney. And they're definitely powering away again, trying to extend that lead. Lee won't be shaken off easily.
No, Lea come in there. They're moving really well, trying to put the crew from Sydney under pressure.
Staying in contact. And actually just edging back. They're making a move now, Lee. Can they push on? They're reducing that lead very, very well. They're reducing that lead.
They've got enough water to keep moving. They've got to keep going now.
So Lee in the Wyfold Challenge Cup, mounting a bit of pressure on Sydney Rowing Club. A couple of 100 metres remaining, heading towards Stewart's enclosure. It's boiling up to be a good race, but again the Australians are being asked to head across. I mean, Lee is surely going to ask the question.
Yeah, that's going to be it. Yeah.
If they finish second, which it looks like they will.
So this is when you don't want to be steering. So the Sydney crew moving across are not helping themselves, because if you're being put under pressure by an opposing crew and you've got to steer, it knocks the boat. It also becomes very heavy.
Big distraction.
Yeah. You're trying to stay in that rhythm. Trying to make it feel effortless, even though you're working 110%.
So Sydney Rowing Club will be first over the line here, but Lee Rowing Club might be the first to ask the umpire a question.
There definitely, I'm sure, will be a question after this, and Lea start to mount the charge.
Lee now digging deep and giving it everything in the final few strokes in front of Stewart. It's going to be another tight finish in this semi-final, but the Australians, Sydney Rowing Club, have enough. 3/4 of a length at most against Lee Rowing Club, and the umpire,
you know what's coming here,
constantly under pressure in that race.
You definitely know what's coming from the Lee Rowing.
Yeah, well, Lee Rowing Club, I can see one hand up already in the Lee boat. Jonathan Daniels did not hang around. In fact, look, we've got more arms going up.
That's definite.
Jonathan Daniels there at the left of your picture with the arm raised in the 3 seat. And up goes the stroke Harrison Skinners. Oh, you get all the hands up, wouldn't you?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
You've got enough energy.
That'll be half a length at the end.
There's Boris, the umpire.
This is going to be interesting.
So who will he be talking to? Who is he going to consult with to make this decision?
The coaches. Oh, he's not happy. Oh,
he's okay.
Let's get the white flag. Wow.
A brief white flag.
Did he see them put their hands up, though? I don't think he did, because their hands were down.
Well, they're now raising their arms again.
So they had their hands raised.
Hang on.
Yep, see, he hadn't seen it. Their arms had gone down because they were laying down in the boat.
Well, they had their arms up as soon as they had finished, so...
but I think he was having the conversation. I think he missed it. So it'd be interesting what happens here.
What's he doing here? Lea, entirely entitled to ask the question.
Very much so.
And,
very much so.
And the umpire can either dismiss it or react to it, but you can understand it. We said, didn't we, halfway down the course, that Lee were going to ask a question of the umpire, and it's strange that Boris wasn't waiting to...
Yeah.
Bearing in mind how much he had to show the flag.
Yeah.
He's always at the centre of the controversies.
Yeah. It seems to follow. Yeah.
Does he do the draw? Does he decide which race he's going to take? There's a long conversation going on. We've seen this in previous years. Controversial moments. Adds to the drama.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, the number of times that they were warned to get back to their station, it's their right to put their hand up and challenge the decision.
But it was strange that the question didn't seem to be treated with any seriousness, did it?
Yeah,
you put the white flag up very quickly without acknowledging the question directly.
And especially when I've probably seen other races this week that haven't had that much kind of steering or being told by the umpire. So
the white flag stands, but hang on. What's he doing there with his red flag?
Okay. Wow, I thought I was going to see something there.
He's rolling the flag up. Don't panic, everybody. And if you're an Australian, if you're putting those dancing shoes on and heading out in Sydney right now, you can do so knowing that Sydney will be in the final of the Wyfold tomorrow.